All right, so admittedly, I am not normally an opener. This is not normally where I kick off at a conference, but I normally am a drinker. And so if I'm gonna open today, I probably am gonna need a little drink here, so we'll get this started. This is awesome. It's rad to see so many people out here. I'm excited to give this talk because this is an audience that's already doing video. I'm not out here talking to people that want to do video, that are thinking about video, that are never gonna shoot a single video. You guys are all here because you're already out there crushing it with video. What my talk today is really to teach you how to squeeze every ounce out of every single video that you do. One of the biggest mistakes I see people making is they're going out and they're creating amazing videos. They're posting it onto Facebook, they're getting 100 people to like it, they throw a party for themselves, and then the video just fades off into oblivion and nobody ever sees that video again. But there's so many opportunities to take those videos that we're creating and create multiple pieces of content from those videos, put them into multiple platforms, and have those videos live on forever. We don't want those videos to die after a week of being viewed. So everything I'm gonna talk about today is how do we squeeze every ounce out of every video we do. I want you guys maximizing this stuff. All right, so you guys probably don't need this opening part, but there's some fun stats in here. We got to play a game show yesterday. We'll play a little more today. But why are we shooting video? So if a picture is worth 1,000 words, how much is a 1-minute video worth? For you video geeks, let's assume we're shooting at 30 frames per second, okay? 1 minute of video is worth 1.8 million words. 30 frames a second, 60 seconds, right? So think about that. 1 minute of video is so much more impactful than any kind of text we're ever gonna put out there. More impactful than any voicemail we're gonna leave somebody. It's so, so valuable. What else can we do to accomplish this in 1 minute of time? Oh, that one just jumped ahead. That's cool. There's 100 million hours a day of video that are being watched on Facebook right now. Like, think about that, 100 million hours a day. It's absolutely insane. How many videos do you guys think are viewed per day on YouTube right now? 5 billion per fucking day. Okay? There's 7.5 fucking billion people in the world. There's 5 billion views every day on YouTube. So if we know that video is the content that people are consuming, that's why we need to be creating that content. That's what people want to see these days. It's gotten so crazy with video that if the Titanic sank today, this is literally what it would look like. And you can see, like, there's the one hipster in the corner, the millennial that's on Instagram Live, and then everybody else is Facebook Live. But that's literally where society is today. I mean, it's so crazy. I mean, people get in a fight now. Nobody's trying to break the fight up. Everybody's trying to load up Facebook Live. They're willing to watch their friend get knocked out just so that they have that video that they could put up on social. Like, the world has completely changed. And so Gary Vaynerchuk, huge idol of mine. This is a talk he gave at Inman in 2016, so this was about 3 years ago. This talk really inspired a lot of our video journey. It's about a 3-minute video, but I want to play this because I hope that it can inspire your video journey too.
People continue to put out content that is in high percentage in their best interest and not in the value of the end user. I am still baffled by why the real estate industry on an individual broker level does not realize that they need to become the digital mayor of their town. And what I mean by that is the #1 blueprint that fundamentally, look, you're gonna be here the whole time and you're gonna get a lot of good content from a lot of people. You're gonna hear a couple of nuggets from me. A lot of them move the needle a little bit. A lot of them move the needle a little bit. You might sell 2 more homes, 4 more homes. To fundamentally change your business where you go from where you are now to 5, 10, 20x the revenue and volume, you have to make dramatic changes. And that dramatic change sits in the form, and here it is. Here it is. And by the way, 99% of you are not going to do anything about what I'm about to say. I'm being very honest with you, because the punchline here is it's hard work. And the reality is that a lot of people are just not willing to put in the work. I mean, that's just the fundamental reality. As a matter of fact, I always think that digital excites people because they think it's scalable. They think like all of a sudden the computer's gonna do the fucking work for them, right? The number one shift that everybody has to do in this room is understand the following statement, and understand it cold, not just shake your head when you hear the words coming out of my mouth. The quicker you understand in this room that you are a media company, comma, real estate agent, real estate software provider, whatever you may be, I know that I'm a media company, comma, an agency CEO, a wine retailer. Once you make that shift, everything changes. For example, when you make that mental shift, the content that you put out on Facebook and Twitter and Pinterest and Instagram and Snapchat fundamentally changes. Right now, what many of you do for a living, you're forced to be in the right hook business. The hell are you gonna put out content-wise, right? When you decide to become the digital mayor of your town, everything fundamentally changes. If you decide that you, not the local newspaper, is going to be the provider of the content of the best restaurants, reviewing the school system, and every other nook and cranny in the 2, 4, 6, and 8 towns that you live in, you fundamentally start bringing value to end users that are intrigued or interested into moving into your town.
So I watched this video almost 4 years ago now, and I got super inspired from it, and I was like, I love this idea. I need to do something with this. And so what I did is I went through all of the numbers in my business. I looked at how many transactions we had done the year before. I looked at how much money we had spent for all of the photography, all of the videography on all of those listings. And what I found is we had done 150 listings the year before, and the average cost for the photo and video was about $300. So some of them were just shooting some straight photos. Some of those were shooting drone, doing walkthroughs, all of that fun stuff. And so mathematically, that's $45,000 that I spent just for photo and video, nothing else. And then a light bulb went off in my head. I was like, $45,000? I could probably hire somebody full time for $45,000 or thereabouts. And now, not only can I have someone just to shoot the photos and videos of my listings, but now I can have somebody 40 hours a week to take all these crazy ass ideas I have in my head and make them a reality. And so that's where this guy comes in. So some of you guys know Brian. If you don't, meet him, he's awesome. He's way smarter than I am. He makes my job easy. So I hired Brian 4 years ago. 4 years now, we've cranked out over 1,000 videos. We've had over 10 million views on those videos. It's truly helped us become the digital mayor of our community. And so what I want to do is kind of share some of the journey that we've been on and all of the things we've learned from it and all of the things we're implementing moving forward. So hopefully you guys can do the same thing. The first series we ever came out with was essentially what Gary said. I'm the 1% that acted on that shit, not the 99% that didn't. We went around and interviewed every business owner in our community. The ones that you see on here, we interviewed the people that run the skate park, the bakery, the omelet factory, the barber shop. We interviewed all of these businesses. And back in 2016, it was a lot easier to get views than it is today. But if you guys, we had 14,000 views, 30,000 views, 22,000 views, 8.7 thousand views. We got a shitload of views on these videos because we were doing something different than all the other realtors out there. Because all the other realtors, all they're doing is, hey, look at me, new listing, open house. Shut up. That shit's boring. Nobody cares about that. They tune you out. Give your community something they actually care about. What they care about is learning about all of the cool stuff that's a part of your community. They actually consume that content. And so there's one way to brand yourself in a community and do farming, which is sending out 1 million postcards, which are crazy expensive. Or you do something like this, and you get in front of that audience week after week after week, establishing yourself as the expert, as the digital mayor of your community. And think about this series. We had over 1 million views on this series. We did 100 videos, well over 1 million. And one, we engage with all of the people that live within our community, so much so I got an award for like Person of the Year. It's crazy, by and large, because of these videos. But also, I interviewed 100 business owners in the area that I focus on. Would you agree it's probably pretty valuable to have relationships with 100 business owners? I have people ask me all the time, like, if I got dropped into a new market, how would I start? I would learn about the community on video. And I would just go interview people. Because what it does is I'm getting in front of my audience with content they care about. I'm building relationships with all the powerful, influential people in the community. And I'm establishing myself as an expert because I know everything about the community, even if I'm just learning about these things while I'm on camera. One of the things that we learned, you'll see that we did this on our Whissel Realty Group page. This page has been in existence to date for about 10 years and has 7,000 likes on it. One thing we've learned is people don't want to like a real estate page. They're averse to doing so. Why? Because they know you're going to feed them real estate content. They don't want real estate content. They want community content. So we did 100 episodes of this show, and there's 54,000 people in Santee, which is part of San Diego, and we ran out of stuff. Like, I started doing like the CPA and like the insurance guy. Like, it got rough. It got rough. I had to drink these before every episode. It got rough, so I kind of got bored with it, and we were thinking like, all right, we need to evolve, we need to do something new. And so what we did is we looked back at all the videos that we had done to see what was our audience engaging with the most. And here's a restaurant, 30,000. Here's a bakery, 22,000. Here's a skate park, only 8, only 14. We saw consistently that the restaurants were the ones that were getting the most engagement from our audience. What I've learned is there's 4 things right now that people really engage with. If you go on Instagram, the 4 things you're gonna see: food, fashion, fitness, and family. It's gonna be those 4. For me, I love food, so that's what I follow. My wife, she follows like 500 mom bloggers. Like, that's what's in right now. That's what people are engaging. That's the content they want. But we had the evidence to show that our particular community really engaged with the food. They're not so good on the fitness thing in our community. They just eat a lot of food. So we decided, all right, let's take this idea, but we can't just do restaurants in this area. We've already done them all, so let's expand this out. Let's go to a bigger area. So now instead of one city in San Diego, we went to the entire eastern region, which is known as East County. There we go. So this series now, we purely focused on restaurants, nothing else. What I've learned is restaurant owners are some of the coolest people in the world. Nobody starts restaurants to get rich. Restaurants run at like 5% profit margins. So like when you guys go out tonight and you have a $200 bill, the restaurant's only making like 10 bucks off of that. The server's making 40 bucks. Hopefully you tipped them 20%. Restaurant owners do not make a ton of money. Restaurant owners own restaurants because they love to serve people. They love to make people happy. That's what they enjoy. It's a passion for them. Well, what's cool is they love to make people happy. Well, what happens if you take Gary's jab, 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 right hook mentality and do a cool video for them? Now they owe you one. They're going to be so stoked that you brought all these new customers into their business that they're going to want to do everything they can to make you happy. So we went, our second series, East County Eats, covers the entire East County part of San Diego. We did purely restaurants. And this series, there's a video up here if you guys can see. This one organically got 3.4 million views on Facebook. Had tens of thousands of shares and comments, like insane. This page, in less than 2 years, has gotten over 20,000 likes on it. So keep in mind, our business page only had 7,000 likes over 10 years. In 2 years, 20,000 likes. So that really showed us that the consumers do not want to like real estate pages, but they'll like a community page. Now, there's ways to mix some content in there. Think about, you're showcasing all of these restaurants. Well, what are ways that we can mix some real estate in? Well, hey, maybe they love these buffalo mac and cheese fries that 3.4 million people viewed. What if you had those available at one of your open houses? Would it be okay to post about that on this page? It would, right? Hey, you guys saw this buffalo mac and cheese. If you guys want to come try it out, they're going to be catering our open house. So come by, have some free food, check out the house while you're there and say hi. These are all restaurants. Most of them serve alcohol. My favorite ones do. I stay away from the ones that don't. Have have a happy hour at one of these restaurants. Take all those online relationships that you've created with 20,000 people, invite them to come have happy hour with you. Tell the restaurant, say, hey, I'm gonna bring some of my closest friends with me. Can you shut down the patio? We're taking it over. Maybe you can offer up some drink specials. Maybe you could throw some free appetizers out there, but I'm gonna bring a ton of new people into your business. They're stoked to do stuff like that for you. So there's just a couple ideas of how you can kind of take this and bring people in and actually build relationships and make money from it. There we go. All right, so I've learned my attention span is like 2 years on these shows, and then I run out of patience. I wanna do something new. So we've now evolved into what we call Everything East County. And this show, what we're doing is taking what we were already doing with East County Eats. One of the big differences is I'm having an influencer co-host every episode with me. So we just did one with the mayor of El Cajon, and there was a new breakfast restaurant that opened. He co-hosted that episode with me. We did another one where we had a church pastor who has a massive following co-host one with me. We're doing one with a radio DJ coming up. So we're having these guys co-host episodes with me so we can now expand our reach, because we've already got a really solid reach in the East County area, but now we can tap into the reach of these key influencers. So they're coming on, they're co-hosting episodes with me, which is really helping out, and they're obviously gonna help push that content out as well. We're doing a lot of event coverage, just telling people everything that's happening in the community. So, hey, there's an Easter egg hunt this weekend, there's a car show, all of that, because everybody wants to know what's going on in the community. And then the third thing, one that's actually done really well too, is we're doing a lot of like, did you know segments, or to keep in line with the Eats theme, we're calling it Food for Thought. Think about this, there's a history channel for a reason. People love to know history. So tell the history of your town. So we did one, and it was about the hidden stairs of Mount Nebo. I don't know what the hell that is, but that sounds cool. I'll watch that, right? We're doing, the next one we're shooting is about a building that actually used to be a train station. I never knew a train station ran through Lakeside. Apparently it did, and we're gonna tell that story. People love to hear about that stuff. So we're kind of evolving the series to start talking about some of those additional things. A lot of people ask us, how do you find influencers? Go on Instagram, type in your city, and it's gonna show you all the influencers. It's just, that's how this works, very easy. And conveniently, look, we've got fashion, fitness, skateboarding, that's cool. But this is what you're gonna see. These are your influencers. Like this girl's picture right here has 5,000 likes on it. Think about if you could get this girl to co-host an episode with you, she's getting 5,000 people to like a picture of her. How many people are gonna watch that video that she's a part of with you? So this is how you can tap into other people's influence to expand your reach, get in front of more people. A couple other things I want to share that we learned. When you guys do a video series like this, you need to go back through everybody who reacted, as they call it, who gave you a heart or a thumbs up or any kind of a reaction. So you just need to go up here to this part where it shows how many people have reacted, and you need to come and make sure to invite them to like your page. This is the best way to organically grow your page, because these are people who've watched the video, reacted to the video. They're much more likely to actually like your page, and these are people who are gonna continue to engage with your page. And the more people that engage with your page, the more people Facebook's gonna show it to. So make sure every time you post a video, just go in every couple days, go through this list and just tap invite. Make sure you're always inviting anybody who reacts to one of your videos. Another thing is make sure to comment on every comment that gets posted on your videos. Don't just click like or heart. Actually go in and type out a response to people. Because what Facebook's looking for is engagement, and it's looking for comment count. And so the more comments there are on your videos, the more back and forth engagement there is on the videos, the more Facebook's gonna be like, oh, this is a great video. People are engaging with it. I'm gonna show it to more people. So engage, go on there. Every time people comment, even if it's a thank you, cool, you're awesome, totally, rad, bro, let's have a beer, whatever. Just comment, get engaged with people. Ideally, you're asking questions, but a comment is better than nothing. Just make sure you're commenting on every video, or every comment that somebody comments on your video with. Another thing that we learned, this is one of our videos that was done, and it's a little bit tough to see, but this one ended up with 14,000 views. This is one of the fully professionally produced videos that Brian did. Well, to do one of these fully professionally produced videos, we have to schedule the shoot. We're there for about 2 hours typically. Then we go back. These guys spend hours and hours editing this stuff. Then we put it up on Facebook. We put a little bit of money behind it. For those wondering, $10 a day for a week. So our budget for these videos is $3,650 a year. So we put $10 a day behind them. This video, fully professionally produced, 8+ hours of time put into it, 14,000 views. But while we were there, I just grabbed my iPhone, literally over Brian's shoulder, and just shot a quick Facebook Live. 3.6 thousand views. No money put into it, 5 minutes worth of time, 0 editing. Still got almost 4,000 views on that video. So if you guys see some of the stuff that we're putting out there and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't hire Brian, I can't do that, that's over my head. You don't have to go that crazy. Just do Facebook Live. Like one of the most common questions we get asked is what camera, what lens, what microphone, what editing software. It's called an iPhone and Facebook Live. That's all that you guys need. Don't get intimidated and think you've got to produce at the level that we do. Just get content out there. Go with Facebook Live. If you start to get a lot of traction, maybe you can start upgrading your equipment and do some of that stuff later. But initially, just roll Facebook Live. It's amazing what'll happen. Another thing we do a lot of is we just DJ content. We don't have to always be creating our own content. We could take other people's content, repost it. This is one that I put up of a new restaurant that was coming into, or just a list of the new restaurants. I got 18,000 people reach, 3,000 engagements for free. Like, all I did is hit share and typed like 2 sentences. So you want to consistently put content out. Just think about what is the content people want, and you don't always have to be the one creating the content. My newspaper created that content for me. All I did is share it. So make sure you're DJing content as well. A couple other tips on Facebook. You should have friends list. So in my farm, every time I add somebody who lives in my farm, I click this little add to another list and have it, it's called Sky Ranch, is the neighborhood I farm. I'll add them to my Sky Ranch list. So what's cool about that, anytime before I'm gonna post a video, I can go down and load my friends list for Sky Ranch, and I'm gonna load up all of their recent posts, and I'm gonna comment on all of them. Why am I gonna do that? Facebook sees that me and this person are engaging with each other. So now when I post a video the following day, Facebook's like, oh, well, Kyle just talked to Mary yesterday. Mary probably wants to see the video that Kyle just posted. It's gonna show it to more people. So go in there and load your friends list of your farm, and then comment on all of the posts that are on there. Their kid winning a soccer game, a karate tournament, whatever, just comment. Especially if you can ask a question that gets engagement back and forth, because Facebook's gonna say, oh, well, Kyle and Mary are engaging with each other. Mary's gonna wanna see Kyle's content. It's gonna show it to her. This one is new. I literally added this slide last night. If you guys are not aware, Facebook is pushing groups like crazy right now. These are both screenshots from my news feed. They had their developer conference last week, and Zuckerberg basically said, I want to take the current public conversation, I want to make it more private. I want to bring the outside conversation inside to the living room. I want more private, more focused, centered conversations around groups. I want groups, groups, groups. This is the top of your freaking news feed on Facebook. Now it's in your feed as you're scrolling through it. They're encouraging you to make groups. Well, they used to encourage us to do Facebook Live. If we shot Facebook Live, they showed it to a ton of people. They're encouraging you to do groups. What do you think is going to happen if you build a good group? You're going to show it to people, right? We started our group literally this last week on Saturday. It's got 198 people in it. We've looked at the post in that group, and every post, there's 198 people in the group. There's been 185 people seen this post. 181 people seen this post. No, you're not getting 95% of the people on your page to see it. It's not happening. It's the opposite. 5% of the people are seeing the post you're putting on your page. But 95% of the people are seeing what you put up in your group. Start a group today for your community. So we're keeping our Everything East County page, but we spun an Everything East County group off of it. Do that today. Facebook wants you to create a community group. Do it today. A couple other community content ideas. These are some of the different guests that we've had on the show. This guy, at the time we shot this, was a city council member. He's now the mayor of the city that I live in. That's probably a pretty good relationship to have, right? establishes that I'm tight with the mayor, we're cool, and I can call the mayor if I need something. Like I needed a new sign at my office, he was able to fast track it. It's a pretty good relationship to have. Local charities, this is great. One, we make a shit ton of money, guys. I mean, a lot of us make millions of dollars a year, or will in our career. Let's give a little back. We're pretty damn fortunate. All right, let's give back. So this is a local charity called Santee Santas that we partnered with, and our whole team goes and delivers presents to all the kids on the holidays. Give back to your local charity. It's good to do that. But hey, if you're going to film while you're doing good, your community is going to like that too. Insurance agents. These guys are great. This is the local insurance agent in my community. Well, who calls the local insurance guy? It's homeowners, right? He provides homeowners insurance. He knows everybody in the damn community who owns a home. I probably want a relationship with that guy, right? He's referred me 4 deals in the last year because I built a relationship through our video show. This guy's a financial advisor in my community. He's probably a pretty good person to have a relationship with, right? All he does is talk to people in my community and help them understand what to do with their money. Well, what's the biggest investment people have in their life is their home. This guy advises them what to do with their money. It's probably a pretty good relationship to have. CPAs. Last one was senior communities, developers, builders. Bring these people onto your shows, interview them, and get that relationship. This is your way to get your foot in the door with these people and start that relationship off with them. So those are just a couple ideas of people that you can bring on. I got 13 minutes left, and I'm excited because this is the part I normally can't go too deep on with people, but you guys are an audience that's already creating video. So I want to get real deep into, now you've got all this cool content, you're building these relationships, these guests. What do we do with the content? How do we really get it out there and squeeze as much out of it as we can? So a couple of the things. Facebook and Instagram Live behind the scenes. Do both of them. We bought a little stick, hold it like this, puts 2 phones side by side on it. Go Facebook and Instagram Live simultaneously. Or if you got to do one, go Facebook Live. You're going to get more views there right now. But go live. Facebook Live rules the world. Instagram Live rules the world. Although I don't like what they've done with Instagram Live. It's kind of off to the side now. So we're more focused on Facebook Live right now. But go live all the time. Your live videos are going to get viewed exponentially more than a recorded video that you upload. And then this is a big one. So take that big, long video that you put together, that you spent 2 hours filming, 6 hours editing, break that up into pieces. Don't just post the one long video and hope people watch it. Make multiple pieces of content out of that one video. So make a little teaser. So we release our videos, they're food videos. We like to release them on Fridays because people usually go out to eat on the weekend. So you want to be smart about your timing. So we drop those on a Friday. But what we'll do is drop little teasers during the week. Hey, guess who's going to be on the show this week? Here's what's coming up this week. Here's a little teaser of what you're going to see on this week's episode. So drop some little teasers in there. Take little short clips and have those lead to the full video. So you could do this on Facebook. You could do this on Insta. You do the whole little link in bio thing and drive people to the full video. Another one is make stories out of them. So take those videos, might be a 3-minute video. Well, Insta, Snap, Facebook, they want 15-second videos. Make a ton of little 15-second stories out of it. And now Instagram's made it really easy. If you put a 1-minute video into Instagram, it'll just break it into 4 stories for you. It's actually doing it for you, where before it would say, sorry, your video's too long. And you're like, shit, what do I do? Brian, help me. Now it'll just break it up into pieces for you. So post some stories. Get a lot of mileage out of this content that you guys are creating. You're not now having to make new content. You're just getting more mileage out of the content you're already making. This one we're really, really big on right now. IGTV is killing it. And for those that aren't familiar, that's Instagram TV. Instagram is the fastest growing social media thing pretty much in history. I could tell you some stats and make them up, you'd believe me, but we'll just go with it's one of the fastest growing in history. When IGTV first came out, it was a completely separate app from regular Instagram. People don't like having to go bounce back and forth between apps to see content. And they got no traction on it. It was a waste of time to post on IGTV. BombBomb's killing it. They're posting a ton of stuff on there right now. What they've changed in the last few months is now when you put something on IGTV, it shows up right in the vertical news feed. and people can click on it, and it takes them directly to the video. So they don't have to go and open up some separate app and go find your content. It's right there within the main news feed on Instagram now. What's also cool is then you could take that post, hit the little airplane, and you could share it to your story. And you could drive people directly from your story to watch your IGTV video. So what you'll want to do is those little stickers that they have on Instagram, take that tap here sticker and put it right over the middle of the video. And if they tap it, it'll say, go to IGTV. They tap, and it plays the full video for them. So IGTV is actually helping to do a lot of the stuff for you where you don't have to do it yourself. So you just pull up in the news feed, hit the airplane, share to my story, put the tap here button, you're off to the races. But we're putting a lot of attention on IGTV. When we were putting our videos in the news feed on Instagram versus IGTV, we saw a 3 to 4x increase in view count and engagement since we started putting them on IGTV versus the news feed. So it's really, really helping. We're definitely putting a lot of attention on that right now. Your videos, get them on your blog. Blogs still work. Don't discount blogs. Don't think that they're a thing of the past. They still work. So take your video. Every video you shoot needs to end up on YouTube. It's the #2 search engine in the world. Put your videos on YouTube. And then the beauty of having them on YouTube, a couple things. One, they're searchable forever. If you're just putting them on social media, they're there for a week. People will watch them and they fade off into oblivion. Nobody ever sees them again. Take those videos, put them up onto YouTube, and then put them on your blog. Because that's one of the beauties of YouTube is it gives you a code to embed it onto your website. Makes it very easy to put it onto a blog. The other thing I like about YouTube is that it's searchable. People can go on there and search places to eat in East County. I'm gonna be everywhere. They could just type the word East County. I'm gonna be everywhere because my content lives there. A lot of times we'll encourage the guests to take the video. We give them instructions. You'll learn this as you have guests on your show. Don't ever assume they know what they're doing. They're stupid. Just assume they're like a 5-year-old and you have to tell them what to do. Except 5-year-old could probably figure out YouTube faster than like a 55-year-old. It's just a fact. So help them understand what they could do with it. But a lot of these restaurants will take the videos that we shot with them. They'll put it right on the front page of their website. How cool is that? Like they're literally promoting us on the front of their website that gets thousands of views per month because the quality of the video is so great. They've never gotten a video like that before. They're so proud to have been featured on the show. They put it right there, front and center on their website. Another thing we did is we took an idea from Yelp, those little stickers like people love us on Yelp. We got stickers like that made as seen on East County Eats with the website to help promote it. So all the restaurants have those in their windows now too, which is kind of cool. Give them an as seen on little logo and tell them how to add that to their email signature. Because again, these guys are proud to have been on your show. So give them a little graphic that they could put in their email signature so that they could be proud and promote you at the same time. All right, here's some techie shit. Add espresso. This is what we run all of our Facebook ads with. We don't ever go into Facebook Ads Manager and run an ad. Everything is done with Add Espresso. It's not very expensive. But what's great with Add Espresso is you can go on there and say, hey, I got this new listing. Run it with these 10 pictures. And then reallocate my money based on which picture is getting the most views and most engagement. It'll automatically redistribute your spend based on that. So you can do stuff like that. You can do A/B tests. There's a million things that you guys can do with it. If you want to learn more about it, go to their site or go find Brian. He likes cats. So if you bring him a cat, he'll talk to you forever. And he'll help you understand how to use Add Espresso. But this is an amazing tool. If you're running Facebook ads, you want to promote your content, we love Add Espresso for it. Later, this is an app for Instagram. What we love about it is we can schedule posts. One of the things that we all struggle with social media is being consistent with getting our content out there. We try to remember like, all right, I'm gonna post Monday, Wednesday, Friday at noon. So now I'm doing whatever I'm doing, I'm like, oh shit, it's noon, I gotta go put a post up. And I completely stop what I'm doing here to put a stupid Instagram post up. Completely derails me, right? It completely derails everything that I'm working on. And now I got to come back and I forget where I was. I'm so distracted. I'm a hot mess. You can go on later, and now instead of trying to remember to put those posts up, just schedule them. Just sit down for 10 minutes, schedule all your posts, block it off. It's done for you for the week. You don't have to worry about going back in there and posting it. So later is really good for that. It has a hashtag generator built into it. Now, I don't have confirmation of this from Instagram, but it's my understanding that they don't want you copying and pasting 30 hashtags into a post. It's my understanding right now that Facebook, Instagram are tracking something called time in box. So that little box where you type your post, if you're only in that box for 5 seconds, it knows you copied and pasted stuff in there, and it's not gonna show that content to as many people because they know it's a copy and post page, or copy and paste post. They want content that's real, that you're actually typing in there. If you have 30 hashtags, this will probably take you 30 minutes to put the stupid hashtags on there. So you could use that part at your own risk with the hashtag generator. There's some smart people that I know that are telling me that stuff. I don't have evidence of it, but you could try that for yourself. Jarvie, this is a cool one that we've really been able to grow our Instagram following on. So what's cool with Jarvie is you can go on there and say, hey, anybody who likes the BombBomb page, follow them. Because if they like BombBomb, I like them. And I want to be engaged with everybody who likes BombBomb. So you can have it auto-follow people based on who they follow. You can then, this is important with Instagram too, is you don't want to be following 50,000 people and only like 500 follow you back. You've got to get rid of all those people that don't engage back with you, that don't follow you back. So it has an unfollow feature built into it too. So it'll automatically go in there and unfollow people for you, so you don't end up with this lopsided follower count. It's okay if you have 50,000 follow you and you follow 500, but you can't be the opposite. Instagram knows that. So you could use that to help build up an audience, hit that magic 10,000 mark so that you can get the swipe up feature. But it's also cool, like we use it for recruiting. So now if I've got somebody, a lot of you guys are, run teams in here, if I'm trying to recruit somebody, I can just go in there and put their profile and say automatically like every post that this person puts up. It just puts me on their radar constantly, like, oh shit, Kyle liked my post. He actually is watching what I do. Oh, Kyle liked my post again. Oh, this is cool. And it keeps my name top of mind while I'm in there recruiting them. You could put your clients in there as well. It's pretty cool. Trello, this is what Brian uses to really manage his content, so his kind of content calendar. The basic premise of Trello is you have a do, a doing, and a done board. So every time we have ideas of all these things that we want to do, we put them in the do board. Then as we start working on them, we move them over to the doing board, and then when they're done, you move them to the done board. That's the basic premise of it. But if you're struggling with content, or you're like me where you have a million freaking ideas and they're so brilliant, tomorrow you forget them, Trello's a really good tool for that. Take those brilliant ideas, as soon as you have it, just add it to the do board. And then you remember you can come back to it later and actually do it. So Trello's great for that. Next up, ManyChat. So this is a Facebook tool primarily. Some of the stuff that we've dabbled in with our videos is putting, we like to give gift cards and stuff away. It encourages engagement. But if you post on Facebook, like, share, and comment on this, Facebook's not going to show it to people. They don't want you to say that. So what we'll do is say, hey, comment with pizza to learn how to win a gift card. And we're getting better engagement that way. And then what's cool, if they comment with the word pizza, now it starts a conversation with that person via Facebook Messenger. And it puts them into an audience, which is really cool. So now if they said pizza on this video, they're now part of an audience. Next time we release a new video, I could say, hey, automatically message everybody who said the word pizza on my last video, let them know we just dropped a new video. And if they want to see the new video, then send them a link to the new video. You could have that happen automatically with ManyChat. Tons of crazy uses. Again, by Brian Acat, he'll tell you all about it. Quote cards. We use Canva to make quote cards. Those are where you kind of have your face, but it's somewhat blurred out, like Andy Warhol or something like that, and then you put a little quote from the video on there. But that teases the video and drives them to the long version of it. So quote cards is just one more thing, one more piece of content you can get out of video. And you can make a ton of quote cards. Last one, TubeBuddy. TubeBuddy has helped take our YouTube to the next level. We've been growing our YouTube subscribers, 100, 200 subscribers a month, which is really hard to do on YouTube. But TubeBuddy will really help you take it to the next level, helps you understand the right tags to use, and make sure you optimize all your videos. It helps you make thumbnails for your videos. It does a lot of amazing stuff. But TubeBuddy is something to look into if you really want to go deep on YouTube. And cool, I'm like right on time. There we go. All right. And then we put together a checklist for you guys. So if you want to get a copy of the checklist that we use when we're putting these videos out, just shoot a text. Send the word list to 619-633-3393. Just text the word list, and then that'll automatically send you guys the checklist that we use every time we drop a video, so you can see all the little pieces of content that we're putting out there. 619-633-3393, send the word list. That's what I got for you guys. I appreciate the time today. Hopefully that helps.